सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् अन्तर्यश्च बहिर्विधूततिमिरम् ज्योतिर्मयं शाश्वतम् स्थानं प्राप्य विराजते विनमताम् अज्ञानमुन्मूलयन् पश्यन् विश्वमपीदमुल्लसति यो विश्वस्य पारे परः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः. Humble prostrations to one and all present here. So yesterday we were seeing how destruction of mind is the purpose of meditation. Nashtamanasa utkrishta yoginaha krityamastakim. There is nothing else to be attained once this destruction of mind is attained. What do you mean by destruction of mind? Understanding the unreal nature of mind, illusory nature of mind, is called a destruction. How to do it? Drishyavaritam chittamatmanah chittadarshanam tattvadarsanam. Drishyavaritam chittam. So at the seat of meditation, withdraw your attention from drishyam, seen thoughts, and shift your attention to the seer self. In this way, when we do, what happens? Manasam tu kim margane krute naiva manasam. In this way, when we inquire into the nature of the mind, witness the thoughts disappear, the mind disappears. Mind disappears because it is not real. Witnessing, when you do, only the real can stand the test of witnessing. The unreal cannot stand the test. The unreal disappears. Witnessing means paying attention. Paying attention to the reality of a thing. That is called as witnessing. The mind disappears. Bhagavan says, Marga Arjuna. This is the straightforward path. All spiritual paths aim at this only. This is the only thing to be done. Find out the truth about yourself. And when you start paying attention with a qualified inner instrument, then we find all the thoughts disappear, mind disappear. The reality, which is consciousness alone, remains. It remains because that alone is real. Now we ask Bhagavan, this is too difficult. Please give us some tips regarding how to witness this mind. What should we do? So comes the next verse, which is helping us in order to do this self-inquiry. So what is that verse? वृत्तयस्त्वहं वृत्तिमाश्रिताः वृत्तयो मनो विद्यहं मनः वृत्तयः तु अहं वृत्तिम् आश्रिताः. Statement number one. Statement number two. Vrittayah manah. Statement number three. Vidhi aham manah. Three statements are made. Extremely useful. So, what is the content of the mind? This is the discussion now. Now, mind is nothing but thoughts. Vrittayah manah. Statement number one. For our analysis, let us rearrange the statements. Statement number one, vrittayah manah. Mind is nothing but thoughts. Vritti means thoughts. Now, in these thoughts also, these thoughts can be categorized into two, divided into two. What are the two categories? So see the statement number two, vrittayah tu aham vrittim ashritah. All the thoughts depend on aham vritti, I thought. So for convenience, let us divide the vrittis, thoughts, into two, idam vritti and aham vritti. Idam means this, which doesn't directly appear to be connected to me. Such thoughts are called idam vritti. So idam vritti and aham vritti. Let us categorize them. So what is the statement made? Idam vrittayah aham vrittim ashritah. All these thoughts are dependent upon I thought. So statement number one, mind is nothing but thoughts. Statement number two, there are two types of thoughts, this thought and I thought. And what is the relationship? All these thoughts are supported by I thought, existing in I thought, dependent on I thought. Statement number three, vidhi aham manah. Know that this aham vritti is also a part of mind. Three statements. Now we have to dwell deep into it. For that, we have to understand what is this aham vritti, what is this idam vritti, how they are connected, and how it helps in my meditation. So, first, let us discuss what is this aham vritti. Vritti means thought, aham means I. So, I thought. So instead of saying I thought, because that has this, in Hindi we say maine socha, I thought. So I will use the term only aham vritti from now on. Aham vritti and idam vritti. So that this confusion is avoided. So what is aham vritti? All the self-defining thoughts about myself is called aham vritti in the state of ignorance. Hmm. What is the notion which I carry about myself? That bundle of notions is called aham vritti. How do I gather information about myself, about my identity? By observation, by analysis, with my little understanding. With my little worldly understanding, I analyze the world, I analyze myself, and out of this analysis, I gather some idea about myself. This idea about myself, which is in the form of a bundle of thoughts, self defining thoughts. This bundle of thoughts is what is called as aham vritti. So, how does it start? So, when I am born, I find that I have a body. Then I observe the world. I find that an individual is available for interaction when that individual is in the body, and that individual is no more available for interaction when that person leaves the body. Therefore, I conclude that individual is that body. If that individual is that body, then I must be this body. So, what is my definition? I am the body. So, this is worldly analysis, okay, not spiritual analysis. This is how we gather wrong notion about ourselves. Hmm. So, I began my existence with the birth of this body, and a time will come when I will end my existence with the death of this body. So, date of birth, date of death defines my existence. Now, what is this? It is a notion. Notion regarding what? Notion regarding myself. That is why it is aham vritti. Vritti which defines aham is called aham vritti. So, my starting point and ending point is defined. Now, who am I? I am this body. Now, this body has so many characteristics. The body can be thin, the body can be fat, it can be long, short, fair, dark. Now, comparing myself with others, I define myself. I am long, short, fat, whatever. So, this defines my physical. Now, this is also a notion. I am so and so at the body level. Then, again, I compare myself, my talents and abilities. And there are certain fields where I am far better than others. There are other fields where I am poor, not a good performer. So, based on talents and abilities, again I define myself. Based on likes and dislikes, again I gather some notion about I like this, I don't like this. So, based on likes and dislikes, based on nature, I'm an extroverted person. I'm an introverted person. I'm an emotional person. You see, based upon strengths and weaknesses, I start defining myself. Again, with all this analysis, I have an understanding about life, about world, about God, about what is the purpose of life. Again, I define myself. So in this way, all those thoughts which are self-defining thoughts, this bundle of thought is called aham vritti. Hmm. So we all have some understanding about ourselves. What is my understanding about myself? That is called as aham vritti. I hope it is clear. Hmm. Now, Bhagavan makes an important statement. Many times in the mind, there are thoughts which are not directly connected to aham vritti. For example, the thought, this is a flower. Now, that is not connected to aham vritti at all. So, such thoughts are called idam vritti. Idam means this, which doesn't appear to have any relationship with I. Hmm. Sun is bright. Now, what has that to do with me? So, there are two types of thoughts. One thought has nothing to do with me. Another thought, it is directly associated with me. Hmm. So, not me thoughts, they are called idam vritti. Me thought is called aham vritti. Now, Bhagavan says there is a connection. There is a connection. What is the connection? All the idam vrittis which appear to be having no connection with me, no, there is a connection. Thoughts just don't emerge just like that without any purpose. There is a purpose. So, what is the statement made by Bhagavan? Vrittayah, meaning idam vrittayah to aham vrittim ashritaha. All the idam vrittis are directly or indirectly connected to aham vritti only. Now, how is this information going to be beneficial at the seat of meditation? Now I don't have to worry about idam vritti. If I can destroy aham vritti, I have destroyed all the idam vrittis. Idam vrittis can be infinite. Aham vritti is one. Destroy this one and you destroy everything. Just like destroy the root of the tree, all the branches, twigs, leaves, everything is destroyed. Very important information. Without this information, what do? We try to destroy the idam vritti. Number one, those thoughts are plenty. Number two, even if you destroy it again, it will be born out of the aham vritti. Temporary cessation is not mind destruction. It is called manolaya, not manonasha. Or sometime mind is peaceful, again the thoughts will come the moment you get up from seat of meditation. And it is very, very real and disturbing. So what is the use then? Permanent destruction. So now coming back. So aham vritti is defined. Now what is idam vritti? How does it function? This has to be understood. So all the idam vrittis, if you see, they are connected with aham vritti only. Now this is a homework which we have to do. How is a particular stray thought associated with aham vritti? Now, for example, I make a statement. This food is nutritious, let us say. Now this is idam vritti because there is no I there. Now how is it associated? This food is nutritious. So then we say, no, no, it is associated with aham vritti because this idam vritti is connected with the physical aspect of aham vritti. This food is nutritious, therefore I must have it. Then my physical aspect will get nourished. So this aham vritti has so many aspects. One is the physical aspect, the emotional aspect, the intellectual aspect, and the spiritual aspect. So this idam vritti, this food is nutritious. It is associated with what? It is associated with the physical aspect of aham vritti. This food is nutritious, therefore it is valuable for me. It is important. This information is important because it can help me get good physical health. Physical body is associated with aham vritti. Now, second state. This person is very good. This person is very good. Why do you want to make that statement? This person is very good because associating with this person can give me joy. I love this person. I want this person. I want to be in the company of this person. You see? So when I say this person is good, that appears to be an idam vritti, but how is it connected to aham vritti? That person helps me gain my emotional health. What is emotional health? When my emotion is full of love, healthy emotions, when these emotions rise in the presence of a person, then I start loving that person. Healthy, emotional, joyful, such emotions when they rise. It can be due to a thing, it can be due to a being, it can be due to a situation. So then I start liking it. This person is good. It appears as though it has nothing to do with me. No, it has something to do with me. This person is good, therefore let me associate myself with this person. This person is bad, let me avoid this person. Both are there, likes and dislikes. Hmm. And both are to nourish my emotional personality. So aham vritti has got all the four personalities. So see how idam vritti is connected to aham vritti. Now, next statement. Sun is bright. It is rainy, whatever. All these statements, they are associated with the intellectual personality. Now, what is this intellectual personality? I want to know. I want to know about the world. I want to know about God. I want to know about people. I want to know. This desire is always there. Mm. Because knowledge makes me secure, knowledge makes me happy. So, all those thoughts which are associated with the world, nature of the world, understanding of the world, they all can be the idam vrittis associated with the intellectual personality of the aham vritti. Mm. There is nothing stray. A piece of information is important because that information helps me. Right. You see how idam vritti is associated with aham vritti. Now, The moment idam vritti is turned towards understanding the nature of the self, then all those thoughts are called spiritual thought. So, just for ease, let us say physical thought, emotional thought, say intellectual thought, and now comes spiritual thought. The moment idam vritti is turned towards understanding the nature of aham vritti, that is also a kind of intellectual this thing only. But since now we are trying to know our own true nature, we will give a different category to it. Intellect only is doing it. But since they are the thoughts associated with knowing oneself, then we call it spiritual thought. So, therefore, you will find that all the thoughts belong to one of these four categories. Idam vrittayah aham vrittim ashritaha. Any stray thought you take, it will fall under one of these four. Either you are trying to nourish the physical personality, or you are trying to nourish the emotional personality, or intellectual personality, or spiritual personality. All the studies that we do, they are all appearing as idam vrittis, but they are only to nourish the spiritual aspect, helping us to know ourselves as we are. Now, what is Bhagavan saying? Vidhi aham manaha. This notion that which we carry about ourselves, know that it is also a notion. Notion means thought. Vidhi aham api manaha. It is also a part of the mind only. It is not the real I. It is also thought. Aham vritti is also a vritti. It is not real aham, real I. It is also a thought. So what has to be destroyed? When we say mind has to be destroyed, this mind contains two categories, idam vritti and aham vritti. Destroy this aham vritti, then you will know what is aham. And this is how they are related. Idam vritti, aham vritti. And who is supporting aham vritti? Aham is supporting aham vritti. So if you want to make an equation, aham plus wrong notion equal to aham vritti. Wrong notion about myself is aham vritti. Aham plus ignorance about myself equal to aham vritti. So when we say manonasha, it is aham vritti nasha. If we can do that, everything is gone. Because idam vritti, they don't have independent existence. They revolve around aham vritti. All the idam vrittis, they are supported by aham vritti. So if I can destroy aham vritti, all the other thoughts are taken care. Now, here is where purity of mind comes into picture. A person who has no pure mind, he will never even know that there is a vritti. Forget about aham vritti, idam vritti. Hmm. The question is, how clearly are you able to perceive these vrittis? Are you able to see it, perceive it, clearly see it? Just like eyes, there is something called vision, but there is something called clear vision. not blurred vision. When all the borders are very clearly marked, then we say it is clear vision, not blurred vision. Again, there is color blindness also. There is a colored vision. Not only there is a blurred vision, there is a colored vision also. You are seeing a color which is not there. You are not seeing the color which is there. You see? So that is why in meditation, the first thing which is emphasized is purity of mind. So that vision is not blurred, vision is not colored. You are seeing things as it is, and you are seeing things very clearly. So, as the purity of mind increases, first of all, you start seeing idam vrittis. That's the first stage. That is the outermost layer, periphery, the superficial layer. Idam vrittis. Are you able to see it? So, how will you see this idam vritti? Naturally, you will see this idam vritti with aham vritti only. I am sitting and meditating, and in my mind, thoughts are coming. So, who is watching? Aham vritti is watching. What is it watching? It is watching idam vrittis. With a little purity, you are able to see idam vritti with your aham vritti. If the purity is not sufficient enough, aham and aham vritti will be one. You don't see any difference. They are one. So then, for such beginners of meditation, when they meditate, what is the instruction? Watch your thoughts. So who is watching whom? Idam vritti is watching aham vritti. Then what will happen? Yes, if you can witness those thoughts at the seat of meditation, definitely one thing will happen. If you witness, witness means what? Showing disinterest in idam vritti. Then what will happen? Idam vritti will definitely die. Witness your thoughts and the thought dies. Identify with the thoughts and the thoughts multiply. This is a law. Witness the thoughts and the thoughts die. Witnessing the thought means what? Disinterestingly looking at the thoughts. Just allowing the thoughts to come and go. Not showing any interest. That is called witnessing. To witness a thought, you need a base to stand. What is the base? Aham vritti is the base. If you want to see the river flowing, you need a base. So what is the base? The bank of the river is the base. You can't watch the flowing river by being in the river. Then you are also flowing. In order to watch the flowing river, you have to hold on to something other than the river. Standing on the banks of river, you see things floating. Coming towards you, going away from you. But suppose you are in the river, then you will see things coming along with you. So, in order to witness, you have to be different from that, disconnected to that, unattached to that. So, in the initial stages of meditation, we remain in ahamvritti. We are not even aware that we are in ahamvritti. We think that this ahamvritti, they are all one. In fact, I am not even able to distinguish the difference. It doesn't matter. So remaining in ahamvritti, I am observing the idamvritti. At least during that period of meditation, I have no interest in idam vritti. At least during that time, I said, no, this is not the time to think of all. You are able to witness. As you witness what happens to this idam vritti, it settles down. And as the mind settles down, definitely there is peace. Any quietening of mind will lead to peace. Any quietening. Hmm. So slowly what happens? Idam vrittis die down. Hmm. It doesn't die down fully, but at least temporarily. You are not able to consciously see any thoughts. They may be undercurrent. And the subconscious mind, it's all there. It's just waiting. The moment your attention is gone, again it will come up. Hmm. It is under suppression. You can only suppress idam vrittis as long as aham vritti is not dead. Why is it so? It is so because idam vrittis are designed to protect, nourish, and give happiness to aham vritti. Idam vritti is designed to give happiness to aham vritti, is designed to secure aham vritti, give it security and happiness. That is how it is designed. So at the seat of meditation, yes, you may say, now I am not going to think. Fine. Means what? Later on I will think. For the time being, I don't want idam vritti. So the mind will say, fine. For this maybe half an hour, I will not trouble you. May you enjoy peace. But it is waiting at the doorstep. The moment you get up, all those idam vrittis will come. So some relief you feel, some relaxation, because the mind is resting. Mind is not entertaining thoughts. But if there is some pressing situation, then you will find that even at the seat of meditation, this idam vritti will not go. It will keep on bothering you. This has to be done, that has to be done. What is this? You are sitting and meditating. There is no time. Meditation can be done later. Very important things important first. It will make you get up. But otherwise, when you have enough time, then mind says, okay, half an hour you relax. For the time being, idam vritti is not there. This is what generally people call meditation. And this is what in 99.99 cases also, this is what people do in the name of meditation. Idam vritti is silenced for some time through aham vritti. Now, Bhagavan is saying, if you want to really, really do meditation, this will not work. This temporary relief thing will not work. That is only a first aid. Accident site, you give some first aid treatment. That is not the real treatment. He has to be taken to ICU. So this relationship has to be understood. Idam vritti is designed to protect aham vritti, nourish aham vritti, give happiness and security to aham. So therefore, as long as aham vritti is not destroyed, you cannot destroy idam vritti. Hmm. As long as the root is not destroyed, just by clipping off some twigs and leaves, you can't destroy the tree. Now, in order to destroy aham vritti, what is essential? Intense purification of mind is essential. Otherwise, you will not even see the difference between aham vritti and aham. They are so close, stuck to each other. Now, as the mind becomes purer and purer, you slowly start seeing a distance between aham vritti and aham. Objectification start happening. Let me use this term. Objectification. Aham vritti becomes an object. In an impure mind, aham vritti is the subject. I am that. I don't see anything other than this aham vritti. But as the mind slowly becomes pure, what happens? Slowly I see something in me watching even this aham vritti also. Another entity just watching. What is it watching? It is watching the lower me. A higher me is watching the lower me. The higher I watching the lower I. See, in order to watch, there has to be a distance. Hmm. There has to be a seer, there has to be a seen, and greater the distance, better the vision. When the seer and seen is one, it becomes difficult to watch. But as the distance increases, watching becomes easy. That is called as objectification. Separating the aham vritti from myself and objectifying it, looking it as an object. Hmm. As the mind becomes pure, slowly I become intuitively aware of another entity in me. In the initial stage, I dare not call it as me. There is another entity because I'm so identified with the ego sense in me, the ahamvriti in me. So that entity appears to be an object, whereas I appear to be the subject. Then comes devotion. I don't call that Bhagavan as me. No, no, no. I know who am I. This little me. But there is some entity in me, different from me, watching me, supporting me. Let me not call it as me. Hmm. Then there is a possibility of devotion. I am devoted to something higher than me, in me. Hmm. I will call it higher me, higher self, higher I. Now remember, what is a necessary condition to experience this? Purification of mind. Now, what is purification of mind? All those activities where I try to efface the aham vritti leads to purification. So that is why all the spiritual practices are designed to kill the lower I, efface the lower I, understand the illusory nature of the lower I. All paths. Because otherwise, this meditation cannot be done. In this meditation, the real I has to kill the illusory I by witnessing. But if this murder has to happen, I must very clearly see the little I different from the real I. Seeing the difference needs purity, and all my sadhanas in my life is to cultivate this purity. For example, Karma Yoga. What am I doing in Karma Yoga? Selfless, egoless activity is Karma Yoga. Egolessness has to be practiced. I do thing and then say that Bhagavan, by your grace it has happened, not because of me. I have to do it and I have to say that I am not doing it. What am I doing then? I'm killing the ego. Who is killing the ego? I myself am killing myself. Ego can be killed only by me. I have to consciously participate in the suicide. If you are doing selfless activity and say that I did it, I did it, I did it, what are you doing? Intensifying aham vritti. Now a karma yogi is aware of the consequence. I am here not to flatten my ego, because that ego will trouble me at the seat of meditation. There is an infinite bliss which I am carrying in myself. It is this ego, this demon, this Hiranyakashipu who is preventing me from accessing that bliss. This demon has to be killed. A karma yogi is convinced. So he will never allow that aham vritti to get fattened by external praises, recognition, awards, rewards, because the loss is great. Egoistic joy is finite. In the process, what are you bartering away? Infinite bliss of the self. Is it worth it? Hmm. Every time we indulge in egoistic joy, we are fattening aham vritti. And we are applying a glue of this aham vritti with aham. The distance is reduced. The ego is fattened. It is a losing business, not worth. People who don't know, realize this, they subtly enjoy the external praise, the egoistic joys. That is because we are not aware of what we are going to lose. There is a big price to be paid for ego fattening. Big price. And the big price is I am not allowed to enjoy the bliss which is my birthright. It's a big price. Is it worth it? So with this attitude, when I perform karma yoga, performing all my duties and responsibilities selflessly, egolessly, giving all credit to Bhagavan, even when the world is giving credit to me, I don't take the credit. I pass it on to God, saying that Bhagavan, I truly believe that it is by your grace things have happened. It is not because of me. So consciously I am practicing selflessness. Consciously I am practicing yajna bhava. Yajna means sacrifice. It is a self-sacrifice. Not allowing the aham vritti to fatten at all. Puncturing the ego now and then. Unknowingly, again and again, it will raise its hood. But again and again, I pay attention here into the depth of my heart, into the core of my being, to see whether this monster is coming back alive or not. The moment your attention is not there, this fellow has fattened itself. We ourselves will not know. Silently, it has nourished itself without our knowledge. So again and again, kill him. So that is karma yoga. What do you do in bhakti yoga? Same thing. Bhagavan, I am nothing, you are everything. Emotion of love and surrender. Again, you are hammering ahamvriti only. In Jnana Yoga, what do? You understand ahamvriti is an illusion. The ego is born out of combination of consciousness and matter. Ego is born out of combination of real and unreal. Now, how can real and unreal combine? Impossible. Real and real can combine to give a real entity. How can real and unreal combine to give a real entity? Therefore, ego is an unreal entity. Then that becomes Jnana Yoga. You weaken ahamvriti by knowing its nature, by making it surrender, by not allowing it to take credit for anything. This way, you starve that ahamvriti and kill it. Once ahamvriti is starved, battling against ahamvriti is very easy. When ahamvriti is fattened and nourished, fighting it is very difficult. You are fighting with a very powerful enemy. So what you should do when you are fighting against a powerful enemy, first thing is stop his food supply, ammunition supply. Make him weak, starve him. And once that starving fellow is there, it's very easy to subdue him. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga is starving the ego. So first step is not battle. First step is preparation for battle. What is the preparation? Don't feed him. Cut off his food. If you directly go and attack him, he will throw you out of the wrestling ring. That is what is experienced by the beginners of meditation. Full charged up, they sit for meditation. In no time, he is made chutney. By whom? By his own ahamvriti. Who else? So therefore, that is why Bhagavan is taking this topic after 15 verses. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, prepare, prepare, prepare. Now comes the final battle. In the final battle, now understand how the mind functions. There is idam vritti. Don't worry about idam vritti. Real vritti is aham vritti. Don't cut the leaves and twigs and say that, yes, I have destroyed the tree. No, that is not the way. Aham vritti. Focus upon that. Hmm. So when all the idam vrittis come, ask this question. To whom is it coming? So from idam vritti, you go to aham vritti. Hmm. So when idam vritti is troubling you, you say, to whom is it coming? Then naturally, it is coming to me. Okay, you come to aham vritti. Who am I? Now from aham vritti, you come to aham. So what do you do? With aham, rooted in aham. Now that you can root in aham because you are seeing aham. You are seeing aham because your mind has become pure. There is a very clearly another entity seen, different from aham, watching the aham vritti. I mean, different from aham vritti, watching the aham vritti. Now you root yourself in aham and start attacking aham vritti, start witnessing aham vritti. To the extent you are clearly seeing the distinction between aham and aham vritti, that easily you can destroy this aham vritti. Remember, witnessing means destroying. So you have lived such a life of purity, because of which now when you are looking at aham vritti has already become so weak because you have trained yourself in what? God, I am nothing, I know nothing, I am nothing, I can do nothing. So now that aham is really, it is ready to die, you see. It will just extend its neck in front of you so that you can easily chop it off. There is no battle actually. Aham wholeheartedly, happily will surrender under you. That is called purity of mind. Now let us sit for 5 minutes in meditation. More of it we will see tomorrow. How this aham has to be destroyed. Let us sit 5 minutes. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।